think we're live now. I hope some of you joined me this morning. I just wanted to give a little update about some of the things that I have sold that you've seen in previous videos. I think most of these I've shown you in previous videos, but if not, I'll give you some information about some of the things. Oops, I'm getting a little feedback from my phone. Previous videos. Sorry about that. It's an easy way for me to look at the chat is to have the video live on my phone, and that way I can see when people join. I see that we have somebody who joined the video. If you get a chance, say hello to me in chat so I know who joined. Anyway, so I'm going to go over some of the items I've sold. I haven't done screen sharing yet, I don't think. And so this is going to be kind of new to me, so I hope this works. But I'm going to try to share my, maybe we've done it once with Kayla. I'm going to try to share my screen with you right now, and we'll go over some of the items that have sold recently. So we're going to start right here. I have been trying to clean out some old inventory, and this is an item that I had from a box of items I bought. Now, a lot of you know that I buy things in lots. So if I go to a garage sale or a estate sale and I see a whole bunch of books or something that I like, I will ask them, you know, how much if I buy all of them? And that way I get the pieces usually for $1 or less by doing that. Sometimes I'll have books listed at like $5 a piece, and I'll say how much if I buy all of them, and it ends up being, you know, literally $1 or under when I offer to buy them all, because estate sale companies have to get rid of the stuff. If they have a lot left over, then they lose money at the end. So I went through a bunch of boxes of items that had been sitting around for a while, and one of them was a bunch of maps. I do well with maps, but there's always ones at the end that didn't sell. And while I was looking at the maps, I found this really cool Eames IBM original poster from the Hemisphere. Now, if you don't know anything about the Hemisphere, it was the World's Fair back in 1968, and it was considered the fair above all fairs, okay, because it was so futuristic. And so people who like the atomic era and who like World's Fair memorabilia, they really loved the Hemisphere stuff. It was held in Texas, and it was pretty amazing. Well, IBM had commissioned the couple, the Eames husband and wife team, to produce a movie for them to talk about computers, and computers were just so new, and they wanted to tell people and explain these very difficult terms. And so this is the original movie poster. I contacted the Eames Corporation and asked for a value on it. They sell these for $145, new old stock, on their website still. So I was like, fine, I'll just undercut them by a few bucks. By the way, Charles and Ray Eames were a husband and wife team. They had to correct me on that. I thought they were brothers. I don't know why. But anyway, they're husband and wife. And they are the Eames that the entire Eames era is named after. So found this really cool poster, been sitting around in my pile of maps, and sold it for $125. And it was sent global shipping program. So I think it went to Greece, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a really good turnaround. Look through your stuff. Did you buy a box of old posters or photos or something? Look through them. You might have a little piece of gold sitting in there. You know, I've been trying to get more into soft lines, more into clothes. I'm learning a lot from Kayla from Hazel Hearts Vintage, and Nicole State from State's Place, and, you know, a lot of other people. And so, you know, when I'm learning, I always try to keep things $1 or under if I'm learning a new thing. And so I picked up this jacket. I have to admit, I think I admit in the video that I did earlier that I had no idea really who it was. You know, I like my teams, and that's who I know. If you're not my team, I don't know what your stuff looks like. And my team is the Red Sox. So I don't have any other teams. I don't really have a hockey team or a football team or anything like that. I just have the Red Sox. They are my everything. So I picked up this Holloway men's, zip up 49ers windbreaker coat jacket for $1, I think, maybe $2. I think it was $1 though. Sold it for $15. Not, huge profit, but certainly a great, profit on a item that I'm learning about still, which is clothing. Not bad. Some of you remember I went through this. Oh, hi, Melissa. Thanks for joining. Some of you will remember. Are you able to see my screen? Let me know in chat if you're able to see the shared screen. I think you can. Some of you will remember I went to a flea market and this guy shortchanged me and I was really mad, and I learned a lesson that hubby and I do not split up at the flea markets now, because he, it was a little distraction thing, and then he tried to say I didn't give him the money I did. And so this was one of the mugs I got from, I was upset that I got shortchanged, but at the same time, I knew the value of the items that I got from him. And so I knew I was still going to make a lot of money. And I did. He, shortchanged me, and I sold this 50-cent mug that I bought for him for $25. The other one that I bought from him, it was the Naughty Rabbit one, and it sold for $35. So remember, these are the vintage Taylor and NG. I don't know how you say NG. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to slaughter that name. But Naughty Orgy mugs. They made several. Cats, dogs, rabbits. I don't know what else. So here's one of my flops. I've been trying to learn about the sporting goods industry because I have a friend named Brian. Good morning, Brian, if you're watching. He's in one of our groups, an advanced sellers group. And he does really well with new sporting goods items and used sporting goods items. And I just wanted to learn. I knew Easton was a good name. I paid $7 for this bat. I do not consider $20 a good return on my investment, but I didn't lose money. And so that makes me really happy because it was my first time of ever buying anything. And I also did it so I could win bingo in one of our groups because we play bingo games. And so, yeah, but it's gone and that makes me happy. I'll try again sometime. I'll keep trying on the sporting goods, but I need to do more research before I try it again. One of the first times I went out to buy a whole bunch of clothing, I found this little sexy bottle opener and I paid $1 for it. Not a huge return again, but I was buying a whole bunch of clothes and I got the clothes at a good deal, and I just knew she would sell and sell relatively quickly. She's a vintage souvenir from Pismo Beach. They have them from everywhere. I think that, they made these for several areas, Pismo Beach, like Hawaii, California and stuff. So, yeah, so, 10 times the amount of money I paid for it, I'll take it. It's a nice little bread and butter item. This little cutie Santa was, one day Doug and I went out. I don't know if I did the $20 challenge video with him for this day or not, but this was one of the items that we got. We got several really good items that day. I paid $2 for him, and then he didn't work. But when I got home, I asked Doug if he could look at it, and it was a really easy fix. So he took 2 minutes, fixed little Santa there, and we sold them for $25. Not bad for a $2 investment. One day you'll also remember that I went out and bought a whole bunch of games, and I think I paid $1 per game. Pretty sure it was $1 per game, maybe $2. We can say $2. It's okay, but I think it was $1 per game. It was the same day that I bought the Sesame Street Fisher Price, which I haven't even listed yet. You see what I'm talking about? That is money just sitting there. I need to get off my butt and list this stuff. And I told you this would be my big money maker for the games, and I was right. $30. I think I got full asking price for this. I usually put buy it now or best offer. And so good morning. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, $30 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer board game. And there was a little damage, just so you know, that, see, it wasn't perfect, but all the pieces were there. And one thing I learned recently for somebody who sells a lot of games, he said, you know, I didn't set it all up because, as you can see, some of the stuff was never opened, so I didn't want to open it. But if the game has already been opened, he suggests you set the whole board up, because buyers like it gets them interested in the game. So you might try that sometime with your board games. If you remember, I think it's one of my first $20 challenge videos with Doug. He bought a whole bunch of HO scale model train stuff for $300. And we really thought that the money was going to be in selling the cars and, you know, the little train pieces and stuff. I had a really hard time even getting our money back on that. Barely broke even on selling the cars and stuff. But all of the other stuff has been making me money. So I want to tell you right now that Markland, it was a German company, or is, I don't know if they're still around, to be honest with you. If you find Markland, buy that stuff up, especially Transformers, tracks, anything Markland on it has been selling for me. So we will end up tripling our money on the at minimum, tripling the money. I didn't think we were going to at first on the $300 investment he made on the trains, but it wasn't on the trains themselves. It was on the Markland Transformers, tracks, and accessories. And this one sold for $42.99. All of his stuff was, look, it even had the original receipt. All of his stuff was from about the 80s, but you can see, like, this was in Germany that he bought this. So that's one of the reasons they're, you know, sought after. They're German. So I'm going to show you something. One day, Doug and I went out. It's when we bought the Santa. So I think I just might have done a little haul video. I'm not sure that we did the $20 challenge video, but he got a Snoopy lamp that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. And I got this. He thought the Snoopy lamp was going to win for the day. Okay. But I bought this for $2 and sold it for $109. Let me tell you why I knew. Okay, because first of all, I'm a Ford girl, okay? I'm a Ford girl through and through. Daddy worked for Ford for 25 years. I drive a 1966 Mustang. You know, my love is for Ford, okay? I'm very loyal to that brand. It was hard for me to actually sell this because I could picture my dad wearing it. But anyway, what I knew was the Chevy, I just sinned and said Chevy. What is wrong with me? The Cobra emblem right here is Shelby, okay? Shelby, not Chevy. Christ. Anyway, and Shelby died recently. Shelby was a designer that worked with Ford, and anything with Shelby's name on it, or, you know, anything to do with Shelby sells, okay? And this is a vintage, I could tell by the label, vintage Ford jacket with the Cobra patch on it, and the United States patch and the Ford patch. So I knew it would sell. It did have some like little stains on it, and you know, but I just point them out and I sold it anyway. I thought I would sell it for around 100. I got 110. So of course I'm really super happy with the profit. $2 investment, 110 sale. I'm pretty sure I did a video on these too. If I didn't, I should have. But one day we went out, I don't know, Doug and I, we were going out. I saw these metal. I thought these were handmade, but as I looked at them, I realized they were not. They were just because they actually had some retail stickers on them that I saw later. They were some vintage yard art of the Rudolph you know, television special. And that day I got these, a pair of genuine Ray-Bans, and then something else. And I think I talked him into giving it to me, the whole package, for around $20. I don't remember though. So you can you can tell me later if I'm lying, okay? Like if you check back with my old videos and go, nah, you paid 25 or something. I don't remember. I think it was $20. I sold the Ray-Bans like right off the bat for 60 bucks. I don't remember what the third item was. It might have just been something that I wanted, like for me. And then I held out on these. I tried to put them on sale a couple of times, you know, or I might have even tried to put them on auction and they didn't sell. But as it got closer to Christmas, I held out to get what I knew I could get for them. And I had people asking me if I'd split them up, you know, would I sell the little dentist guy, you know, he's the guy who wants to be a dentist, or, you know, this, you know, abominable snowman or whatever separate. And I was like, nah, I want to sell it as a set. And I did for $75. I think I paid a little bit in shipping, but I really think it was only $1 or $2. So I didn't really lose any money on that, on the shipping. But yeah, it was a really good profit because considering I had the Ray-Bans too, you know, good. That's why I ask for package deals. I cannot stress that enough. I'm buying several items from you. What kind of deal can you give me for everything? Okay. Etsy wouldn't let me pull it up on my website where you could see the item and see the price. So I'm going to show you in just a second. But if you remember a while ago, I went out and this lady had a whole bunch of mustache cups. I tried to make a deal, but I didn't like the amount of money she had said that she would give me on all the mustache cups. So I just bought one Delft blue looking, you know, mustache cup. It sold for $18. I think I paid $2 for it. Here's what it looks like close up. I really regret not buying them all now at what, I forget what price she offered them at me, but there was a whole bunch of them. And when I got home later, I was like, I could have made a ton of money. So keep your eye out for those mustache cups, mugs, because they do sell. And then from the same lady, I bought these little children's silhouettes. And I think I told you guys that I accidentally broke glass all over the place. I dropped one of them. They had glass in them. But I just sold them without the glass. And I sold this. I paid $2. I sold the set for $20. Here's a little close-up of what they look like. They're just really cute. I just love them. I mean, even though they're not my kids, they're just adorable. Look how cute they are. I think they would be really cute, like in a little bathroom or vanity area. Okay, so the next thing is I want to talk to you about why I do eBay and Etsy. There's, you know, obviously Etsy is very vintage and stuff, but I can get more money on Etsy for many items than I can on eBay. This is a compass and this is a Bozo puzzle blocks, okay? This compass doesn't sell for crap on eBay, and neither do these puzzle blocks unless they're brand new in mint condition. But Etsy people sometimes want your rustic looking decor. And so the price I got for these puzzle blocks is the price people get for brand new mint condition ones. But I just knew somebody would like them exactly how they were. So I sold the compass and the puzzle blocks to the same person, and I sold them for $10 each. I don't think I really paid anything for that compass because I feel like it was something somebody threw in. And I think I paid, I want to say $2 for the puzzle blocks. But here's a picture of the compass. It's a Lensatic engineer compass. I just got another one and I got it for free again. It's something somebody threw in. They were like, you can just have it. I always grab them if I can. If you get a military one, it's all the better. I've sold those for $20.25. And here's the puzzle blocks. I want to show you, like, they are not in, look at it, it's missing, you know, a lot of its color and stuff. But that shabby chic appeals to people on Etsy, where as on eBay, you're going to get people who are going to tell you, oh, no, I want something, you know, brand new mint. Okay, so keep that in mind. You can get more money for the same item on Etsy than you'd be able to get for it on eBay. But remember, it just has to be vintage or handmade. And vintage is 20 years ago on Etsy, okay? So the day we went out and I got the Ford jacket. Doug picked up this Snoopy lamp, and he thought it was going to be the winning piece that day. He paid $5 for it. I sold it for $35. Here's what it looks like, a little cutie patootie Snoopy lamp. And, you know, that's a good return on this in an investment right there. But I still won. I mean, did he really think he beat me? Anyway, so that, as you can tell, was a very good day. We got the Snoopy lamp, we got the Ford jacket, and we got that Santa. And those three pieces alone, we paid $9. So let's see. We got 25 for Santa. We got 109 for the Ford, so that's 135, and then we got 35 for Snoopy. That's $170 on a $9 investment. The day that I got the Bozo Clowns things, I picked up these masks. This is another time where Etsy did me good where eBay would not. I thought people would just love this Joan Crawford and Mae West masks. They're from the 1980s. I'm going to bring in the zoom in for you. But on eBay, I paid $2.50 a piece for them. On eBay, you were getting like, they were going for like $5. And I was like, I can't just double my money and pay for shit. That's not even worth my time to photograph them, you know? I'm going to try them on Etsy. On Etsy, I sold them as a set for $30. So that's what you want to do. You want to consider your options. You want to, you want to realize that there's different marketplaces. And so I hopefully you learned a few things from my updates. I think that one thing I have learned is I'm pretty good at estimating the value of items. I have had a few items that, you know, never sell, or I have to clearance out. That happens all the time to all of us. And like that baseball bat, I have a lot to learn in the sporting goods department. But for the most part, I think that I'm pretty good at judgment on the vintage and so forth. But, you know, you got to check. If the market isn't there on eBay, pop it on Etsy and give it a try. Etsy people are willing to pay a little bit more money. They treat it as a boutique versus, you know, a department store. And people who walk into a boutique are often willing to pay a little bit more. I hope that helps you all. I hope you guys have a very successful week. And thanks for joining me today.